Welcome back to So Crazy. This morning I am looking at one of the finished, mostly finished initial embroidery handkerchiefs that I did. So I did finish the lettering here and the numbers. I do still have a little bit of paper to get rid of, and I did already put the glue on there. Unfortunately, you can see just a little bit how it seeped through, but thankfully it did dry clear. So I'm hoping with some water and some just kind of breaking it up, it won't feel quite as tacky. So what I'm doing here is the customer has also asked for lace. So what's going to happen is I'm going to put lace all along the edge. I've taken the lace from the christening dress we started with. All of this came from one christening dress. So this is the lace. I've trimmed it to where she likes it. And what we're going to do is we're going to put it all along the edge. Now, before I sew it down, which I'm going to do just with some regular white embroidery thread, I am going to take my fabric glue just from Hobby Lobby. And I'm going to take a little teeny tiny paintbrush here. Ooh, throw it around. Just a little teeny tiny paintbrush here. And I'm going to just put a little bit of glue on just the little points and the little flowers. Now I'm only going to do a little bit because even though it dries clear, it does change the shine of the thread, and I don't want to lose that beautiful like bridal shine it gives. What we're also going to do is once we put this all around the border, we're going to take these two flowers, which also came from the lace on the dress. I've just trimmed them as best I can to get the mesh away, and I'm going to add them in the corner here. And I really liked the shape of kind of like a, see how it kind of makes like a heart right there when I touch these in this. So we're going to add that, and we're going to just put that right up here in the corner. So we're going to add that all around. I'm going to add the glue just so that it holds. And then I'm going to go back in with my thread. Now I could use my machine. There's nothing wrong with using my machine, but I want to keep it a little delicate. So I'm going to try to just do my, just the needle and thread. These are more for show than for realistic use. Because if you turn it over, it doesn't look too pretty, so she might not want to carry that around. So I'm going to go through and I'm going to just put a little dab of glue on here. I think I'm just going to do the points. I don't think I need to do anything in the arcs, and then I will, like I said, do this part here. I might go through and do a little bit of trimming right here and here, just so you can't see quite as much mesh, but no matter what, there's going to be mesh involved, and it really doesn't look bad. I just want to make sure I have the most cohesive look at the end. Now I'm going to be doing this to only one of the initials, and then I am going to be doing it to the other one that I ended up doing a whole paragraph on. I will show you at the end what it looks like now that I've kind of hemmed the edges of that one. I made it nice and smooth. It was raw before. And then I'm going to iron them out so they're nice and flat. I do use a really low heat just because this turned out to be polyester and not satin, which is fine. It did pull a little bit more. As you can see, the glue seeps in a little bit more just because the fabrics aren't quite as tight together. They're a little looser, so things are going to come through. But we're going to go ahead and tack all this together, give it a little iron, and then get stitching. And then I'll do another video at the very, a little bit later on, just with the finished products, just kind of showing how it all looks in the end. I think so far it's turning out really, really good. I'm going to try to get these finished in the next couple of days because I really want to get this over to her mom before her wedding. I'm so excited and I cannot wait to see their reactions. And as I said, one of them is a surprise for her, so she doesn't know it's coming. So I'm really, really excited and hope you guys follow along and go ahead and just watch me glue. All right, so I start by using my glue and I'm going along all the points and the little leaves, and I add a little tiny droplet. As I stick it on, I realize that it's not quite staying, so I have to add a little bit more. You'll see as I work my way around, I end up putting the glue directly on the satin or the polyester for this handkerchief um, before I add my lace, just because it wasn't really getting tacky enough to stay. The surprise handkerchief I did not use any glue. I just used a lot of pins. Now I did not take a video of that one because it's basically the same process. I just took a lot of little teeny tiny lace pins, and I just pinned it all to the edges. That seemed to work a lot better. I mean, the needles or the pins did get in the way as I was stitching, but you know. Um, so definitely next time I would opt for the pens versus the glue. But this worked well for what we needed to get done today. And then you'll see once I finish, see here I go applying all of the glue directly onto the surface instead, just because it needs a little bit extra. And once I place all the lace, I go around with my needle and I just slowly stitch. I only show a few stitches here at the end of this video, but it's pretty much the same all the way around, and then also for the one that was a surprise. And I just try to follow the lace. So I stitched across the leaf just because it was so delicate. And then I also stitched along each arc as it attached to the handkerchief here. So I did a little more stitching than I intended, but it turned out really, really good. I will have the final results posted on my social media tomorrow. I did go ahead and deliver that to her mom, so she'll be able to open that for her wedding. Mom was very happy, and I'm so, so, so glad I was able to get this project done for them. And even get a little bit more than they expected. I hate saying no when someone orders something. I'm happy to even teach myself a new skill just to get it done. I really, really enjoy, you know, custom orders, because when I say custom, I mean I'll figure out how to make it happen for you, and I just have fun along the way. So this was a really neat project. I got to do something, combine my skills in a way I haven't really been able to before. So I'm looking forward to do more of this in the future. Also, stay tuned. I am learning a new skill. I'm going to be starting Ari beading. It's very similar to tambour beading. I've got all of my items. I even started one project already. So I'm going to be posting some videos as I learn how to do that, so you guys can see what the projects look like. Bear with me on my skill level. I'll get there. If you have any questions, feel free to put them in the comments. As always, like and follow for more videos. Have a great day.